Hello, I'm going to talk some more on depression. You might have noticed this has been a heavy topic the last couple days. And it's just because I've seen a lot of it and I've felt a lot of it. And I want to provide some hope and some encouragement for you out there if you're suffering from this. One thing that really helped me in my childhood, and when I say childhood, I'm going now from 13 to, well, it continued really, but 13 to 20, is I joined a boxing club. And it was actually above a youth club, and these two combined were amazing, yeah. Because I got to go boxing, and then straight after I got to play a bit of basketball, hang around with other kids, and just not be at home. And that was so crucial. Like I said, if you've seen my other videos, I grew up in a home with a mum who suffered a severe mental illness. It was very unstable. My dad unfortunately wasn't able to take care of me during the weekdays, but on the weekends. Like I said, it changed as life went on. But I just want to let you know, if you're out there and you're suffering from depression, or you just got real traumas, real bad stuff happening at home, that joining some form of social club that does sport, especially sport, exercise, moving. Like I said, for me, boxing was amazing. My dad loved boxing, so that really helped. You know, you want to do that, you want to get into things that your parents are normally involved in, if you've got a good relationship with them. Obviously it's the opposite, if you've got a bad relationship with them, you don't want to do anything that they do. But boxing for me was the one that really gave me just somewhere to go. It was like my sanctuary. You know, I got to go there and just hit a bag, and at the time, yeah, I was fighting with so much anger, so much intensity. I never wanted to compete, I didn't have an interest in that. For me, it was all about the training and releasing that tension, that trying to just, you know, hitting that bag until my hands were bloody raw, quite literally. And luckily I had a great trainer, his name was Pat. I don't know if he'll ever watch this or he'll see it, but maybe. And so I thank him a lot, he really helped out. Like I said, it was just keeping me focused on my training. He knew very little about what was going on in my social life, but he made sure that all the kids in his club were focused on their training and not thinking about the outside world. Yeah, and that really helped. And as I grew older, I got to coach kids there and see different kids come in from all different things, from bullying. Kids came there for all different reasons. Some just wanted to learn to self-defense, but a lot of them needed encouragement, a lot of them needed to just have some inner strength, and you could get that there. So if you're out there and you're suffering, no one judged anyone, it wasn't a place, and there's different clubs out there, like I said, you got to try them and see, but this wasn't a place of aggression, even though you can see it as an aggressive sport. This was actually a real nurturing place where people got together and were all united to just do the same thing, and that was train. As I got older, it went into actual weight training. I loved bodybuilding and fitness, and like I said, because my mum was so ill, I just wanted to be so healthy. When I was younger, one of my main things I wanted to be was the healthiest person in the world. Quite literally, I was like, I'm going to be the most healthiest. And role models that took on place were people like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Bruce Lee, these people that I saw. And I was like, wow, they look healthy, and in their films they could take on any challenge. So that was really motivational, really inspiring for me. I think role models are incredibly important. If you don't have a role model, something to look up to, something positive, someone doing something, someone overcoming obstacles, like I said, a hero, someone that takes on something and overcomes it and is victorious. This really helps, and having a positive role model, someone that isn't doing something bad. You know, there's a lot of films out there where the hero is actually sort of a villain, you know, whether it's a drug dealer or mafia style films. And I used to watch a lot of them too, you know, because you're looking for me, male role models and just people that are taking control of a situation. A lot of it comes down to that, because you haven't got control in your life and you're unbalanced, and there's so much going on that it's so hard to look for these things, and a lot of it's inner work. But when you're young, that inner work is just something you don't know about. I didn't anyway, maybe you do. Like I say, if you're here and you watch my other videos, maybe you're just that one step ahead, and that's what I hope. The only reason it didn't happen to me is because no one had the knowledge to tell me, and no one knew to tell me. Maybe if someone come along, or if YouTube existed in the way it does now, with people sharing, maybe my life would have went a totally different way. So I'm hoping I can give you that inspiration and that change, that your life can change so fast. Once you put the effort back into yourself, really into yourself, it's time to take care of yourself. And this isn't necessarily for anyone that's old, anyone that's suffering trauma, depression. You really need to take time to take care of yourself, know whatever's going on. It's don't blame yourself, don't beat yourself up. A lot of it can be in your head and just constantly wanting to beat yourself down, yeah? And that becomes very self-abusive, and it just doesn't get anything done. It makes you feel worse. I said, separate them thoughts and think of it as another person coming into the room. You'd want to kick them out the room so fast, because they just make you feel so down. Like I said, in that down feeling, like I said, long term, if you've been suffering this for a long time, your body just gets used to being in this position. You know, just fallen, everything's just hard. And this later develops a lot of compression in the top of your spine, in your neck, back problems, sores, pains. And disclaimer, this isn't medical advice, this isn't psychiatrist advice, this is personal experience. Read my disclaimer as well in the description. But I'm going by pure personal experience here and things I've learned along the way to get myself from depression to joy, to love life. You know, I never liked life. And I also thought, very passionately thought, if I tackle on all my problems, once I overcome every single problem that I have, one day things will be good. But I need to have everything else gone. Every trauma has to be gone, every stress has to be dealt with, every problem has to be sorted. That didn't happen. Yeah, I'm still working on it. Now I can work harder on it. But I managed to feel good along the way. I managed to get balance. I managed to get joy, experience love, happiness, experience things that I just did not know I could feel while still dealing with trauma, still dealing with problems and unexpected stress. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff we can do with unexpected stress. I want to do one specifically on breathing. There's some breathing techniques that I do when there's unexpected stress, and this is what got me through the unexpected stress of my partner having a cardiac arrest. Yeah, having to call ambulances out and to rush to a hospital because she's dying. And that causes you a lot of stress when your loved one is literally dying in your arms. Trust me, that is stressful. I hope you don't experience it, and I hope you haven't experienced it and never do. But breathing work changed my life, changed the way I felt. It made me more productive, made me actually able to conquer that task, that responsibility at hand. Yeah? So I'm going to put some more videos on that. So if you're experiencing that extreme stress, or your life is just a bit intense and it's just chaotic, and you go from one stress to the next, trust me, I know exactly how that feels. It may not look like it all the time, but I really do. So I want to share how I deal with that. Like I said, and I want to give you some hope out there that your depression isn't a terminal illness that you have to suffer forever. Sorry if there's a wasp flying around me. I've got like a colourful thing covering my camera mic, and I think it likes it. So I hope this gives you some clarity into your depression, clears a little bit of that pressure, takes a little bit of that pressure off. Check my other videos, I've put quite a few more up recently. I said one's uploading right now that's 20 minutes long, where I really go into more detail, real personal stuff. I said, and really ask me questions. I'm so happy to talk about it because I'm through the other side. I never ever thought that I would talk about pretty much any of the stuff I'm talking about, but especially the personal details, and I never was able to. You know, when you're experiencing that pressure and you try and share that with someone, it's so hard. Alright, much love. Have a better day. Subscribe to get more content just like this. Like I said, if you're feeling depressed, you need it, I'm here to help. I want to help. I love to help. And I'll see you in the next video.